Hey guys, we're going to work on Joy to the World. So let me try to play through it how I tabbed it approximately. We're in the key of G. Couple little tricky things in there. So let's take a look at the tabs. I'm going to share the screen. And there I am, and there that is. So we're going to start on the 5th fret with Joy. So it's just bum diddy all the way here for a while. 4th fret for 2. Now we have to move down to our 2nd fret for the. So that's a little bit of a departure from the bum diddy thing because we don't need our thumb. Usually you'd be doing your thumb right here on the word the. So instead we're just going to move that index finger down and play on the 2nd fret because we're trying to play the melody of Joy to the World. So Joy to the, and when you do it quickly, then that the will sound out. You won't even have to play. It's just kind of like you're moving your finger there and it'll make a noise. You don't play with your right hand. So again, first measure, Joy to the. And if it doesn't sound out real clear, that's okay. It will later. Let's do that one more time. Joy to the. Okay, notice we didn't use a thumb at all because that's not the melody, and we're trying to get that melody note for the. Joy to the. Now we're on world, 2nd measure. World is open on the 1st string. Now for the word the, we have to play our C note here on the 2nd string, 1st fret. We can just do that as part of our brush. And the thumb is just fine. So we're on 2nd measure again. World, the. 2nd measure again. World, the. Now let's do the 3rd measure and then we'll put all that together. 3rd measure for Lord, we have to play the 2nd string open. Lord, Lord, brush. Now is the 2nd fret 3rd string. Now it says D7 above. That's for your guitar player, or if you were just playing plain old banjo chords to play backup. But as far as playing the tabs go, you don't have to make that whole chord shape. You can just put one finger on that. It's going to go by so fast, no one's even going to be able to tell you didn't make the whole chord. So we're on Lord is, and you can just keep that down for the brush. Does it sound kind of funky? Yes. But again, when we get it going and it's all flowing together, it's going to sound just fine the way it is. Lord is. Okay, so let's put those 3 measures together. We're on the 5th fret. Joy to the world. 1st fret. The open is. Great. Now run that back and do it again a few more times if you'd like to. But now let's move on to the 4th measure for the word come. That measure's easy because we don't have to hold down any fingers. So we're just going to play the third string open twice. Let. For the word let, the melody is embedded in that brush, so we don't have to do anything special for that. Fifth fret, fifth measure, we hold our C chord. That's all that is. So fifth measure is just the C chord twice. And now we have something a little bit new and tricky. We need this note, C. But if we play it without anything else held down, it sounds just a little too funky for my taste. It could probably pass, but if you can, I want you to try this new thing where we're going to make a partial chord. It's not the whole chord because that's a lot of fingers and unnecessary. We're just going to do a part of the chord just to give it a little bit of a better sound. So we're going to hold that fourth fret on the first string and then the third fret on the second string. So you'll see where I'm on receive, and then there's a 4 and a 3 stacked over each other, and that's going to look like this. C. Sounds a little funky, but it sounds better than this. C. A little dissonant with that fifth string there, but it's not a big deal. Now we're on to king for the fifth fret. Okay, that's all for the, what measure is that? 4, 5, 6, 7th measure. So the trickiest part of that line is probably where it says the D chord and we're on the word C. Let's try the whole second line again, starting at the fourth measure, come. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come. Slide up here. C. Slide one more time up to here. Let's try all that again. 2, ready, go. Come. That C chord. Move C. Move A. Good. Go back and run that back and do all that a few more times to get real comfortable. And now I'm going to move on to the 8th measure, which is just more of the same, hanging out on the 5th fret. There's no singing happening here, so it just says rest on the tabs. We've just done king. Do that one more time. Let. So the word let is on that last brush. Now we're going to do this little descending move for every, and this repeats a few times. So 5th fret, and then it goes down, so 4th fret, then the 2nd fret, free, then open. So that's going to come back around in a little bit, so let's do that again. We're on the 9th measure now for every, 5th fret, do again, brush on that, then hit the first string on the 2nd fret, and then open. You gotta get that open on the last brush. Do it one more time. Alright, now we're on the 10th measure for heart. So we're, the is the first measure on the 2nd string, the C note, and it's gonna not be anything you play with your right hand. You're just gonna put it down with your left hand, and if it sounds out, great, and if it doesn't really so much, don't worry about it, because once you speed up, it will. So heart. Do just that part again for heart. 2, ready, go. You could hear that the banjo wasn't going. It didn't make that. You didn't hear that note. It's because I was going too slow. But if I was going faster, it will. So slow is the name of the game right now. we're going to go up to the 5th fret and start that descending passage again. That's part of the brush on. Now we're going to go down. Same thing as a couple measures ago. So let's try that whole line again, starting at measure 8 with that where the rest is. There's no words being sung. 2, ready, go. Oops, gotta put my finger up here. That's all so far. So let's run that back and do it again, starting at the 8th measure. 2, ready, go. Okay, yay! Let's put this whole page together before we go on to the next page. I'm going to make myself a little bit bigger here. Okay, 1, 2, ready, go. Joy to the world. Okay, yay! Now we're getting on to the last part of the song. Let me move this for a second so I can get onto the second page. So this measure that we're starting on at the top here is measure 12, and it sounds the same as what we've done before for heart, but now the word is room. So it's the same deal. First string, brush, and it says pull off there, and it is, but I don't want you to stress about that too much. Just know that we're putting that finger down and then pulling it back off again. It's not a real pull off in that sense. I should take that off. One more time. That's a hammer on, really, is what I'm doing. I'm just putting my finger down quickly on that second string. Now, for the 13th measure, this is the heaven and nature. And so to get that nice percussive kind of staccato sound, we're not going to add any brushes. So this is a little bit of a different effect. We're just going to hammer, sort of like with our picking finger, so index or middle finger, on a single string. So that takes a little bit of precision work. So we're going to be on our second string. Second string. Heaven and nature. There we're going to put our index finger really hard onto the second string, first fret, at the end of that fourth hit. So 2, ready, go. Heaven and nature. Okay, now for sing, we're going to kind of a bum diddy deal. Then another and that's a pull off in the sense of you put your finger on and hit it and then push that string up or down or some kind of way to get that second sound. So I'm just hitting once with this hand, and then the second note comes by me flicking my finger off. That's a true pull off. So let's do heaven and nature sing. Again, 13 and 14 measures. 1, 2, ready, go. Heaven and nature sing. And okay, now we're on, it says D7, but you don't really have to make a D7 chord. That's for the accompaniment. So you just have to be, you're just going to play that note. So it doesn't matter about holding the chord since you're not playing a chord. You're just playing one note. Play on the second measure there, third string, heaven and A. Now for the 4 there on chur, you can either reach this ring finger up or just slide that finger up. Matters not to me. Whatever works for you. Heaven and nature. Try that again. Heaven and nature. Either way is fine. This is a better exercise for you. So I'd like you to get to that eventually. You know, in life, we want to be able to use more fingers than just our index finger, but either way is really fine. Heaven and nature. Now, measure 16 for sing. And then you'll see there's a 2. That means we do need to be holding our chord for that part. So it's just D7 chord. And then we're going to lift up our index finger for and, but we leave the middle finger down for and. It's 2 notes for and, right? And for the second note, got to get it with your thumb. This is called a drop thumb. It might not happen for you. That's okay. This is definitely an upper intermediate skill. So we're on sing, open, and. All right, now we're going to drop and be open, and 5th measure here, or fret, bring it down to the 2nd fret, and open, 1, just kind of a hammer it down right there, and put it down again, and let's do that whole line again so far. We're on sing, and now we're on the 2nd to last measure. It's open. Now for chur, we're going to hold this D shape. I don't want you to do D7 because it's not going to sound very good. I want you to do D like this. So it's your 2nd fret 3rd string and then your 3rd fret 2nd string. And then open 3rd string for sing. That would be to end the song. If you wanted to do the next verse, then I would want you to do diddy a couple times until you're ready to start singing the next verse or playing the next verse. But to end, you would just go. Just play that note to end. Let me run back through and play the whole thing one last time. 2, ready, go. Next page.